I think we're live. What's up, Tactical? And Trolls, can you hear me? Can you see me? Looks like I'm getting meters here. Ripley, Larry, Coots, Ron, Electro Omega, Retro Puff, Echo, Charlie. Got Trolls and Fretless Head and Tactical. Matt Dummett. Steve. Got Ben, Deanna, Jay Shaft, Wendell, Eric, Yeti Masi, Strat CPO, Martian Murray, Super Lead 100, what's up? Penny S Guitar Guy, Barry Fitz, all the regulars, Speaker, what's up? Ron says it sounds good, I believe him. Loud. Does sound a tiny bit out, doesn't it? Hold on. Let's check the tune in here. I really hate, yeah, a little sharp. A little sharp pay. Yeah, no, a little bit. Jeez, that's weird. Am I hitting the right one? You know why? Because I tuned it. And I left it on a stand. It's pretty friggin' cold. I think it's going... They go sharp. They go cold. And they go sharp. There you go. That's... I mean, it's close. It's a little out. And that's a tiny bit. I mean, we're very, very close. That's much better. Yeah. All right, let me get this out of my way. What's up, Eddie Jr.? Didn't give you the notification out. What's up, Fretless Ed? Could have been the cats. I can't watch them all the time. What's up, Vince? I do like this guitar. Though on this camera, it looks way more blue than purple. Doesn't it? Look at that. It looks blue. Headstock looks purple. I assure you they match. Headstock looks purple. Body looks blue. Now the headstock looks more blue. It depends on the angle. But it's not a flip-flop paint. I don't understand. It's weird. It's like wicked weird. See, it looks more purple. All right, depends on the angle. But not really. When it's in person, it just looks purple. It's not a flip-flop color. It's just it's you know what it is? It's really the limitation of the webcam. You know Floyd Roses have no sustain? I guess it didn't get the memo. Is that yours or just for demo? It's just for demoing. As a matter of fact, I had this boxed up last week. I had it boxed up 2 hours ago. But they haven't sent the... They use a they use one service to send them and another service to get them back, and apparently they haven't got the call tags going yet to have. They just show up and pick them up off the porch. And I haven't got the call tag back to return it. So I was like, you know what? I can't use any of these other ones. You know how many guitars I have here now? 6. I got 3 more today. And all different brands. The next one drops on Monday. That's from the first round. There's a whole new round. There's a whole new round! So, I gotta send the first 3 have already done the videos. Done. In the can. Ready to go. Ready to drop, as they say in the biz. And I got 3 more guitars today. And no repeat brands. Every brand is unique so far. Haven't repeated it yet. There was a 4th guitar, and we can speculate on the new brands, but there was a 4th guitar, sadly, back-ordered. When they took the order, I was like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, and back-ordered. I was like, son of a bitch! So does this guitar go back in a B stock or slightly blemished? It already was a B stock. It already was. I think this was under blemish, although I couldn't find a blemish on it to save my life. I don't know what the blemish was. Well, maybe this was open box, but I try to work off that if possible, because I don't want to open up guitars and send them back as open box. I'd rather work on. They have plenty of open box. Right? People get guitars and they're like, now I'm deciding against it. It's one of the, pitfalls of being an online service. You do get returns. But that's okay. They discount them and they throw them. Sweetwater does the same thing. But Zounds does has a pretty big clearance section that has scratch and dent, a blemish, or I think open box. What's up, Phil? And back ordered. Exactly. I do like this guitar a lot, though. It's a wonderful playing and sounding guitar. It's hot. It's hot there, hot shot. What's up, Sean? Is that Korean? I think these are Mexican. Yeah. These are made in North America. PGM 50, that's nice. I want to get a... they have a... In fact, as a matter of fact, I have their website up here. Is this the... I think... Is this... Well, let me just clear these filters here and start from scratch, or else I don't know what I'm going to be seeing here. Here we go. filters are cleared. Hold on, give me a sec. H-E-I. You know what, with the alphabet and all. No, that's not it. Oh, maybe, oh, could be gone. Maybe it's gone. I don't see it. Could be gone. Hold on. Let's try page 2. Could be on page 2. You never know. It is on page 2. What do you know? Yeah. Yeah, they have the, I could get one of these. An FRM 300. Not bad. Right. And the, let me bring the color up. Hold on. Right there, and the purple. Pretty good. I've had a, you know, between this purple and that purple and the other purple, it's all purple. The Ibanez was $909. That's what this is. I think these are about, I think, new, they're $10.99, and I want to say the scratch and dent is like $100 less or $150 less. Something like that. Hold on, let me just clear this out here. Oh, close. The frick out. What the frick? Yeah, Mark, when you play those guitars, you realize just how friggin' big they are. You know, Paul Gilbert's a big guy, and when you're playing that guitar, you're like, my God, this guitar is enormous. It really is a big, and the complete opposite of this guitar, which is actually on the smaller side. I like a neck pickup. Steve is thinking about getting the purple EVH special. Well, it will look like this on camera, except that you can see the headstock looks correct. All right, just on the, until I turn the angle, then it will look blue. Weird. This is the purple. It's just, it's this cam. I have heard that for digital cameras, purple is particularly difficult because it really, like photographing purple flowers. I remember back in the day, a test of a new digital camera was they would go out and they would take a photograph of these purple flowers. And how blue did they look? Did they look purple or did they look blue? And very often they would look blue because they just couldn't get that down. And it got better, right? But that's a handheld, full-blown game. This is a webcam. Exactly, it's like a blurple. It kind of looks color changing, but it's not. It really is just one color. But from right here, it looks like a mismatched headstock and body. And like right here, when I'm looking at it in the camera, that looks. Looks like a blue body with a purple headstock. You know, purple, yeah, purple paint. Does it have a Floyd Rose 1000? It does. As a matter of fact, I think they upgraded with a brass block, too. You know, a little bit. Trying to punch it up a little bit. Are those USA Wolfgang pickups? I think so. They call them Wolfgang pickups. I don't know if there's any difference between what they put in the guitars and what they sell at retail. They should do a dark blue one. I feel like they might have at some point. They've done a lot of colors over the years. What makes this unique is the ebony fretboard, right? So for the longest time it was maple. And then they did ebony. Or no, it started with ebony, right? I'm trying to think. Was the first Stealth ebony? First Stealth might have been ebony. Then they went to maple. Right? It was the big, that was the news. Ed played maple for like, 40 years. And then finally it was something. I want to say the first Stealth was ebony. Right? That very first run. I like the low friction volume knob. High friction on the tone. Low friction on the volume. Oh, yes. Ooh. Quite nice. See, there you can kind of see its real color with the purple. You can get it and play this all day. All day. First show when I got home was setting up the D-tuner. I don't even mess with the D-tuner. I got it to work in the video, but I steer clear. I don't have good luck with D-tuners. You know. Bobby says he gets them to work, but I haven't had good luck. Some people say they work, but I haven't had good luck. Though in the video, as I was doing it, I was like, here goes this video. But I think I got it to work. That feels a little sharp. That tune. Is there any more, is there any more, God, I can't even think. I keep saying think of Jake E. Lee, but it's the other guy, the third guitar player. Zach, yeah, Zach Wild. That's what you got to do. You got to do the total like, go, almost like you slow down into almost like a triplet, you know. Something like that. Right. All right. Hold on to your butts. Not bad, but I still had to fine-tune it. Exactly right. The pickup sounds so good. You know what? They figured out what kind of Gibson knows, and it is make the pickups a touch bright. They cut through. They're a little more biting. You know, no one wants muddy pickups. Set it up with the wrench. That's what people tell me. That's the rumor. Greetings, Holland. Is Holland the home of the Stroopwafel? Or am I thinking of a different country? Or is that Amsterdam? Or is it Belgium? Who makes the Stroopwafel? Pretty good. Especially with a cup of coffee. Oh yeah, Romeo Delight. Holland is not a country. It's the Netherlands. Ah, good call. Yes, it is, man. Stroopwafels is a real Dutch street. Yeah. Yeah, with the caramel. They're not... That's a difficult pastry to make with the caramel in the center, right? And it's got to be cut. Yeah, it's not, you know, it's deceptively difficult. If you've ever seen... I think they had to do it on the Great British Baking Show one time. They had to make Stroopwafels, and some of them, having known what it's supposed to look like when it comes out, I was like, oh dear. Some of those are, ugh. Feel my heartbeat. I bet Eddie Van Halen loved the Stroopwafels growing up in the Netherlands. Yeah, it seems to be a common treat. And quite good. There's a who gave me a Stroopwafel? That was I want to say it was I can see his name, but it's a pedal maker. Oh my God, who is that? He makes the dual delay. He makes he makes a bunch of great pedals. Doctor, is it a doctor? Can't think of it. But he was handing out Stroopwafels at one of the shows. I was like, what the hell is this? And I was like, oh man. No, not Wampler. Wampler's American. Oh God, I can't think of his name. Who does the dual delay? I think he does a deluxe tweed. Mad Professor. Mad Professor. I knew it was some sort of doctor thing. Mad Professor. Mad Professor pedals. Oh, Donner. Speaking of Donner, I haven't heard from Donner in a while. And since I NAMM. But they reached out to me recently and they go, hey, we got another guitar coming out. We're going to send you one. And I was like, sweet. So that should be here in a couple of weeks. Exactly. Due to Donner? No. Donner, gotta give Donner some credit. They, for the sub 500 market, they're keeping it going. Though I will say, I think Eart makes a really good sub $500 guitar. Those two brands are particularly... Have I played an SBS? I have not. That's there's a couple of brands out there. I have not played SBS. That's it's not a pedal though. Is that a guitar company? Who am I thinking of? There's a few guitar companies out there. There's a bunch of guitar companies. I'm going to tell you, there's too many guitar companies. What budget modeler do I think has the best high gain tones? Oh, I haven't had a chance to try out all the brands. So I can't, I never had like, was it Voltron? I never had one of those here. But of the ones I've had here, the Donner and the, what the hell is the name of that one? Jeez, I can't think of it now. With the touch screen, that's actually a really, that's a better, can't think of the name of that now. There's too many brands. Yeah, the Arena 2000 that's the Donner. What's the other one? No, not NewX, though that is a good guess. That's a damn good guess. No, it's like they make a little plug-in one too. I've done the little plug-in one, and I've done and I forgot the big one. What the hell is the name of that? Hold on, I'll find out, because they're pretty high up on Amazon if you just look them up. Flamma. Thank you, Michael. Michael had it. Thank you. Save me a search. Flamma is the correct answer. And the Flamma, actually, first of all, the screen on the Flamma is really good. Right? It's high res. It's a touch screen. Makes things a lot easier to just work. And number two, the cabs sound good, and it can take IRs. No, so can the Donner. I have heard that people who have taken the time to put like IRs in the Donner say it improves the sound greatly, because, they don't have good access to decent, impulse responses. And if you put some like really well-made impulse responses in there for cabs, the sound quality goes way up. I've heard the same, though, for the Flamma. It's the same way. And the Flamma has, like I said, that amazing touchscreen. I just think, in general, the Flamma sounds better than the Donner. But they can both probably be improved with some IRs. And they're both stereo. But it's a lot easier to work that Flamma because of the touchscreen. Right? I have not compared the Special to the Standard, but mainly you're getting a carved top. I think they say the pickups are both EVH Wolfgang, but I have a hard time believing they're the same pickup, but they swear they are. Or they don't say anything. They're just silent on it. And they're just like, well, they're both Wolfgangs. Yeah, but are they the same pickup? Sure. It's like, that does not instill confidence. It feels a little deceptive sometimes, but the nice thing about this is you get the Floyd Rose 1000 versus the Floyd Rose Special. And I've never had a problem with the Floyd Rose 1000, but I have had saddles strip on Floyd Rose Specials. Not in a while, but I have had it happen. So I do think the Floyd Rose Special is definitely a better, build, without a doubt. And let me get to the other, and the friggin', the size of this fretboard, I'm telling you right now, it's a slab. It's a slabola. Any new songs I've learned lately? Not really. I was on a little kick on that new Ace Frehley album, went on a few tunes, but I've been so busy, I'm in that little window right now where it's actually kind of nice out. So I've been trying to do stuff. Time for a little bit of trailer talk? Actually, do I have a... Yeah. There it is. There's if I can get a pic of it here. Yeah. So this is an early, this is an early photo. It's better now, but I started painting the wood. That is that's like a rhino shield almost. It's not rhino shield, but it's like one of those restorer. It comes out like, it's so thick and gloppy, right? It comes out like mayonnaise, not like paint. It's very, very thick. And it's textured. So when it dries, there's like a grip to it, which is great when you're in the trail. You don't want it to be slippery, which it was when I started to have some of the... And it's completely waterproof. It acts as like a total shield. Let me see. I think I have another... Yeah, like there's another. It's actually pretty dark stuff. Let me get to... yeah, there's another shot of it there. It's so gloppy, that seam in the middle, it won't fall through it. It's too thick. All right. Did you guys get any of the Aurora? I tried last night, but we were mostly overcast. But if you look at the corner, you can almost see, like down here, there's like a little bit of streaking. A little bit. Tiny bit. And it looks a little more reddish up here. But as you can see, we're friggin' cloudy. They say tonight it could happen again. So we'll take a look. What else? Yeah. There's a shot of it. And already, my tree is just, crap, and it can't help but blurp stuff down at a crazy rate. It's just like that thing is constantly, dropping something to the ground. So I blew it out, came back over. I'm like, of course. I can't get rid of anything. And there's a shot of the inside with the gate on the back. So it should be good. It's like I said, it's totally textured, and it's like a hard rhino shield type of coat. So it should keep it, quite frankly, it should protect it from impacts. It's that kind of strength. It's meant for like heavily treaded walkways. And it's supposed to be good for like 20 years. So we'll see. Any update on the Audi insurance? No. We're exchanging emails. Well, we'll see. The must have busted your arm to apply it. You know what? It goes on with a roller. So it's not, it would have been if it was a brush, but they strongly recommend a roller. And you need like a big nap. It's like you need a 1/2 inch nap or a 3/4 inch nap. You have to use a big, thick, rough, nap to get it to work. And it's available in 2 different ones, regular, smooth or textured. I went textured. And it's textured, but it's great. It is great. The only downside is don't fall down in it. You're going to rip your arm open. It is not smooth. But, it's not crazy textured, but it is textured without a doubt. It's good, though, because I don't want to fall down inside. I don't want to slip. And when you get the leaves in there and the leaves start to break down or the leaves are wet, trust me, it does get you can get a little slippery in there. So, $50 a gallon. I think that's right. I want to say it was 44, and then tax. Yeah, it was about right. About $50 a gallon. And I got the I think slate black. You can get it colored. I could have had it colored any color. I went slate black. But we'll see. It came out pretty good. I'm pretty happy with the way it came out. It should protect it. It's like it's made. People swore by it. It had a super high rating. People were like, I think the number one complaint was like it's tough to apply, or it didn't really have that much coverage because it goes on so thick. You're buying a gallon of this stuff and you're thinking you're gonna cover this big area, and you're running out because it leaves so much up, right? It's so friggin' thick. So this is 1 coat on the sides and 2 coats on the floor. Plus I did some of the outside, but the outside I've got to get more. That's the one thing that kind of sucks, is that I'm just a little short, you know. So I've got to get a little bit more. So I'm just going to get another gallon. I'll do a 2nd coat on the outside. And then, you know, but you can see it like filled in. It fills in. It's so thick. It like filled in a lot of the texture and just added its own, you know. I had a different paint that I said, oh, maybe I can just put it down here, but you can see the color. Even though it's a flat black, it doesn't, it's off. It's not the same. So I just got to get another gallon of it. So it's going to wind up costing me friggin' $100 in paint. I probably could have on the outside just went with regular paint. But I was like, oh, let me just do this. And of course it ran out and I'm like, ah, shit. That's good for years of removing yard work and debris and hauling other stuff. I think so. In fact, on the inside, I'll probably put some track bar up, some E-track. And that guitar jazz, probably, but you'd have to find a jazz player to demonstrate that. Anyone here try use Dragonfire pickups? I don't know. Is that that sounds like PRS. Is that PRS? Do. I got that window open. I can feel it's crispy out. We got a little muggy for about a day, warm, but Dragonfire is the maker, looking for a single double humbucker and a single format like Yngwie. Never heard of them. Dragonfire is an affordable aftermarket pickup. The name implies they're generally hot output. Gotcha. Makes sense. You guys want to take any guesses on the brands that just came in today? I got three new brands in. Those are all good guesses. ESP is a great guess. So is Epiphone. I will let you know the Epiphone was the back-ordered guitar. I tried, guys. I tried. Schecter's, that's good. Fender is a good guess. Jackson's a great guess. So is Wild Audio, Yamaha. Those are all on the radar. All those brands are on the radar. Sterling is a great guess. Also on the radar. Those are very, very good. Westone, not so much. When did they go out of business? 91? Charvel is a good guess, but Charvel, we already have a Charvel, I think. Do we? I think so. Guess you got a Satriani Ibanez. That is a good. I tell you though, I don't. But you're giving me... That's something to think about. I didn't know I wanted one till you said I should have one. Get the St. Vincent. It's worth a try. You know, that's a good suggestion. Reverend, I don't think they sell Reverend. I already checked for Reverend. They don't sell Reverend. Who's a Reverend dealer? I don't even know. But I don't think it's Zounds. Now, what do they have? What brands? Chapman, Charvel, Dean, Epiphone, Ernie Ball Music Man / Sterling, ESP, EVH, Fender, Fishman, Gibson, Godin, Gretsch, Guild, Ibanez, Jackson, Kramer, Michael Kelly. Should we get a Michael Kelly in? PRS, Schecter, Steinberger, Squire, Sterling, Strandberg, Washburn. What? Wild Audio and Yamaha. Washburn. I don't believe you. What the frick? Hold on. That can't be right. Not Washburn. Oh, yeah. Oh, my God. The Michael Sweet. Don't you kind of have to do that? To be honest, I never owned a Stryper album. I had friends that were way into Stryper. I never got into them. I just never got into Stryper. Kramer's a good guess. You saw them open for Loudness in Mansfield. Wow, there's a friggin' night, huh? Some good... Wait, hold on. Wait a second. Gotta turn the dimension on. See, did you buy your EVH Wolfgang Special new or used? Did you get a good deal on it? It's a loaner from Zounds, and you can get a good deal at it at Zounds. In fact, I believe they have an open box. Link in the description. In fact, if you waited a week or two, you might actually get this exact guitar if you bought an open box. You'd have to look and see if it matches that fretboard. Yeah, a loner, exactly. I like the dimension. You hear that? I'm not playing out of phase. I have a dimension on. So here it is. Oh, where is it? There it is, off. A little bit more down the center. But if I... Hold on, I gotta turn it on. Hear that? The stereo. Though you might be talking about for a split second, I hit the middle. And that almost sounds like... a little bit like Peter Green. Oh, I know, where's the drill? Exactly. Damn it! Now I need a drill. And not just any drill. It had to be a Makita, right? Yeah, right. The drill's like degaussing the pickups. Yeah, right. Because it sets up a temporary, it's like another magnetic field there, right? Hey, what's up, metalhead hippie? Oh, dude, you can probably see the Aurora like no problem at all, right? Because you're so far north, you know. Do-do-do. Yeah, very common. See, it's not common for us here at all. We're so far south, you know. It's funny because when I talk to European people, they think, you know, we line up with like Germany. I'm like, no. We line up with like Barcelona, and like, which is south of France. You know, we line up with like Rome, right? We're around, I think, the 48th parallel, 42nd. I'd have to take a look again. Yeah, peas are not wrong. Well, you know what I'm saying. Do you play on a 10 at full volume, or do you always back off your volume a little bit? Well, it depends. I do back off quite a bit. Like, that's all back. But that's full volume. You play with a backing track and scale for us ever? Well, the problem with that is that unless I write the backing track, there's somebody out there going, oh, that's my freaking backing track, you know? And you wind up sharing revenue. Funny how that works. So I very rarely do that. I've played to some drum tracks, whatever, but that gets boring pretty quickly. Yeah, we're 42 degrees. 42nd parallel, yeah. Yeah, if you ever wonder what you're gonna be if you dug a hole straight through the earth, Mike Jones is. You're right. It's statistically speaking, it's probably the ocean. If you write a backing track, exactly right. They still tell you it's not yours. No, yeah, no, it's a bit of a. So it's pretty tricky. What key do you prefer to jam in? Well, most guitar players want to jam in a sharp key because it's a sharp instrument. E, A, D, G, B. All good choices. Less so would be F or B flat, but that's where all the horn players are going to want to be. Quite frankly, a lot of keyboard players because it's a little bit easier to play. Man, we'll see what happens with my Bruins, but it's not looking good. It's been pretty bad. Yeah, a little bit of Jim Croce. I don't even know. D? Yeah. Never seen the yeah, B minor. There we go. Dominant 7. Yeah, on the 5 chord. Yeah. Great tune. Yeah, another one who died way too early, yeah. So if the horns jam in F and the guitar jams in D minor, that would work. Yeah, but you wouldn't be playing your minor riffs, you know. Here's your D minor. D minor. What's up, Black Jew Bear? How come you never play your Larry acoustic? Well, acoustic guitars don't really work in live shows because of the live microphone. That's where your solid body electric comes in. We've done it a couple of times, but you know, it's tricky. It's really it's a technical issue. It's a technical difficulty. That said, I have an acoustic video coming out very soon with a really nice acoustic guitar. Really nice, freaking gorgeous. And those frameless acoustics are really nice. I love those. I have a Parlor, and I have a I don't think it's a concert classic. I think they call it a concert. Is it a frameless acoustic guitar? Yeah, the Legacy series. That's it, the Legacy series. It's called just a concert. Just a concert, yeah. That's a gorgeous guitar. Let me see if I can get a picture of it here. Yeah. I have one of these. It is a gorgeous guitar. It really, really is. It's got all the flames. It's flame from head to toe. And because it's maple, which is a stiffer wood that tends to be a little bit more trebly, it's not a very warm guitar, it's brighter, they make it extra deep to bring out the bass, and it works. It so friggin' works. And I don't know if you can see it there, but it's a total, like, you know, maple binding, and, you know, the whole thing is just from head to toe. Just an amazing guitar, frameless. Yeah, you can see it's almost like a flame maple binding. It's friggin' gorgeous. And top of the line. And cheap, they're like $700-800 because they're made in China. You know. Really good. I do like the Framus Legacy series. That's all my acoustic songs. What's that green guitar? That is a Vola Oz Keen Machine for Michael Keane from the band The Faceless. Cat Scratch Fever. I don't think I get in trouble for that one. All right, that I'm gonna go back to regular. That doubler is a bit double on me here. Hold on. I'm gonna get rid of the dimension. There we go. You can only take so much of it. No, wow. These pickups do sound great. The cats. They rub against the side of the chair and they lock it. So did I tell you we tried the Too Good To Go again? We had a big friggin' haul last week. I think right after the show, my wife came home. She went to IKEA. She went to the Jamaican place, which was really good. And she went to, she tried a new place, a Haitian place. Now, remember, I think it was $6 a meal at, for a giant bag of food at each one of these places. Between the Jamaican place is $5. I want to say the Haitian place is $5. IKEA was $6, but it's a bigger bag. They load it up. So I was like, Haitian food? I don't even know what it was. So she goes, oh, I saw it at this Haitian place just because it was right there. I figured I'll try it. So I go, yeah, that's weird. So I open it up, and it's like chicken wings and like this sort of like rice dish or whatever, but the chicken wings were so crispy and fresh. I was like, damn, this is pretty good. And she's like, and it's got this other container, and they look like almost like a Jamaican beef patty, but not quite frankly, it looked like an egg roll. So I'm like, I'm checking out the egg roll. I said, if I don't know what Haitian food is, but if I didn't know any better, I would say, this is a steak and cheese egg roll. And we looked up their menu. It was a steak and cheese egg roll. Like, a lot of fried foods on the Haitian menu. But, it was good. It was tasty, and it was short money. So we tried them again. We tried a few different places. It was pretty good. Definitely pretty good. I ordered, like I told you, I ordered some more handheld gaming devices. The shipper says they've been out for delivery for like the last 3 days. So at some point they got some. It's probably sitting at my local post office, who's getting around because it's a package and they're kind of pissy about delivering it. Maybe they'll get to it at some point, but it's like I can't get that last mile delivered. It's been like, it was rapidly going through transit. Now it's been sitting for like 3 days. Interesting. Sounds similar to the Jamaican. Yeah, that's what I said. It did sound similar. We went to the Jamaican place. That was curry chicken. It was really good too. Really freaking good. 3 weeks and I'm accounting for a local mailing. Yeah, it's like, I've been following it. It should be. The funny thing is that they were out for delivery yesterday and they never got delivered. I checked it today and they also said they were out for delivery. Okay. So, meanwhile, the friggin' the guitars get delivered. The new guitars get delivered. I'm like, the new guitars took like literally overnight. Like so fast. But the these handhelds have been like weeks going through. They blew they blew through everything until the last mile, which I think is done by the United States Postal Service. So there's your problem. They were cranking until they got to the United States Postal Service. Now it's slowing way down. We'll see. I have to say I like that new 20SX, the RGB 20SX. It's the same thing as the RGB 30. If you have an RGB 30, it's the identical device. It's a different form factor, but the internals are identical. But I will say well, I've discovered a couple of things. One, the 1x1, the 720 by 720p screen really works for a lot of stuff, especially certain older games, right, where the screens were tended to be a little squarer than 4x3. They're actually a little bit closer to square. And there were some that were vertical, and those vertical ones look great. So, like Donkey Kong, like one of the most famous vertical games. And I can't stress it enough. When you're playing it, you're not playing a copy of the game. You're playing the original code that was in that original Namco game. You know, whoever, was it Namco? Or was that Frogger? But the, you know, it was Atari, right? Who was the first, who did Donkey Kong? I thought it was Namco. Anyway, that first, you're playing the original code. What you're emulating is the machine, so it thinks it's running inside a console. All right, that's the emulation part. It's emulating the hardware, but the code is the original code. The graphics are the original graphics. It's all the original stuff. In fact, I had been playing Frogger. That was one of the games we had, and I also found one of the other games we had. We had Galaga, or Galaga, right? Galaga. It was Galaxian, but improved. So Galaxian had come out and was a big hit, and which is basically like a spaceship shoot 'em up. And they updated it so it had a little bit more modern graphics. But I remember the spaceships you were going against looked more like insects, like kind of look like bugs. And that's the one we had. And they had Tron, which we could never get to run. Looks like a terrible game. Galaga. So many quarters, yeah. Galaga, yeah. Yeah, that's what I had. We had one of them. My dad bought out some. So you have to remember, and just looking at the timing, it would make sense. You have to remember that the golden age of arcade games is between, like, say, 77 and maybe 80, 81, 82, roughly. And then there's a huge bust because home consoles come out. People are just sick of the arcade games. There's a huge shakeup. Like, many companies go under because they just can't keep it going. And so there's a huge shakedown in, like, I want to say between, say, like 83 and like 86, roughly 87. And then a whole new crop of video games come out and they try to, like, come back. But that's when my dad got those. He bought out an arcade that was closing down. And he got, like, we probably had like 10 machines. And Galaga was one of them. Frogger was one. Tron was one. And one that it looked like Asteroids, but I don't think it was Asteroids. I'm trying to find the Asteroids clone. Maybe it was Asteroids. You know? Yeah, Defender. was another big one, but I don't remember if we had. I don't think we had Defender. We might have. I'd have to go back and see if I could find a photograph. I definitely remember Galaga, Frogger, and Tron. And Tron only because we could never get it working. It was constantly broken. Oh my God, we might have had Centipede. Oh my God, dude, we might have had Centipede. Now that we had Space Invaders. We had the old one, the glass one. We might have had Centipede. We didn't have Pac-Man. You know, it was, I would have remembered that. No Qbert, no Tempest. I remember those games. We didn't have it. Gotta remember, not all the games ran. I would say out of like 10, probably only 8 we could get running. And what you did was we kept the front doors unlocked. So you just pull the door open, and there's when the quarter went through, it would hit this little metal. My dad showed us how to do it. He's like, you just click this, and all of a sudden it would show up on the screen, ding, 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 ding. Give yourself a bunch of credits. In fact, you have to do the same thing on the handhelds. You have to press a select button to give yourself money to add credits to it. You know, it's the same software. It's just running in an emulator. But it is the original. Oh my God, we might have had Missile Command. I wonder if we had Missile Command. We definitely had, we didn't have Donkey Kong. We didn't have Pac-Man. But we had Galaga. And we might have had Missile Command. It was Centipede. I think we had Centipede. I want to say we had Centipede. And we definitely had Space Invaders. Because I remember like, oh, I'll give this stupid thing. I kind of avoided it for a while. Like, whatever, I'm not even into video games. And then I remember just one night being down there and getting sucked into that game and looking up, and it was like 1:30 in the morning. I'm like, oh my God, I've been playing this game for like 2 hours straight. Like, totally addicting. We definitely didn't have Tempest, so I would have remembered that because I remember that we used to go over to Sammy White's, you know. And going. In fact, I remember going into Sammy White's, which is a bowling alley, and going in the arcade room in the Tempest. I could just play game after game. It was almost stuck in some like testing mode or some weird thing. No, never had Omega Race, anything like that. I would have loved to have like the duck shoot one, right? They had one that had the gun. And it would shoot the light, right? You'd have to... Those had to be calibrated, though. Yeah, Sammy White's. Yeah, remember Sammy White's? Yeah. Duck Hunt. Yeah. No, we didn't have pole position, but I have it on the emulator. The emulator, God, there isn't a game out there I don't have. What's weird is that some of them still stay on as copyrighted material, like Donkey Kong. It's still a very well-maintained franchise. And Pac-Man, you know. Centipede, not so much, right? Oh, yeah, Sketchy Sammy's. I was in at least one fist fight there. Yeah, Duck Hunt was a really big thing for a while because it was a unique thing, right? Where you could aim something and the light could hit the screen and the screen could tell where you were hitting it and it would give you the correct, right, credit. In other words, when you hit the item that you're supposed to hit, it worked. It was kind of a kind of a unicorn, at the time. Of course, now they're everywhere, but at the time, it was kind of a thing, Yeah, laser tag. God, I remember laser tag. That got huge. That was huge. I remember one of my professors in college complaining about it. He goes, "You know what the biggest game is this year?" And it's like silence. And I go, "Laser tag?" He goes, "Laser tag! God forbid you try and get a laser tag." He was so upset. Laser tag! It was cool, but I was in college when that came out. Boy, that does look blue, doesn't it? Not the headstock, though. That's got the perps. Oh, man. Yeah. I got some videos coming out this week. That's for sure. If Monday's Guitar of the Week isn't gone by next Saturday, I'll play it then, but I'm hoping they're going to send call tags this week and get them out of here. Mm-hmm. Yeah, well, the thing is, what you have to remember is that most of the video games you remember on the consoles, the home consoles with the cartridges, were just copies of much better games that were on, like, dedicated systems in the arcade. So when I go back and I play the games, until those consoles got so good that they were really competing with the consoles until your home console got as good as the dedicated consoles down at the arcade, you were always playing catch up. It wasn't really quite as good as what you could get until finally Nintendo really sort of turned it around. They I want to say that was 85, and it didn't get popular really till about 86. And then Super Nintendo. And that was a 1-2 punch that really brought back gaming, in a major way. Will I get an EVH? Well, I have one. I have an EVH standard. I don't have a special. But I do like that carved top. It's a good look. What color should I get? I'd get the purple, but it's a little wonky on camera. Should I get the black and white striped? No, they make a bumblebee striped, I think. Yeah, I think they do a bumblebee? A white? I want to say they do like a light metallic, like an ice metallic blue or something like that. But yeah, Adorama will blow out guitars sometimes. I always feel weird buying from them. I just think of them as a camera place. It feels weird to buy guitars from them. But they do sell guitars. And you can get a good deal, especially on Fender branded stuff. They're pretty good. But you got to catch it just right, and it is a limited stock. Someone said Super Nintendo was when games got as good as the arcade. Yeah, that's probably about right. It took Super Nintendo to finally get as good. I thought the Amiga in '88. When did Super Nintendo come out? I don't think Super Nintendo came out until, I thought, a little bit later, '89 or '90. I could be wrong though, because they wanted to get years out of the original Nintendo Entertainment System. I thought SNES didn't come out until a little bit later, and I want to say the best graphics you were getting around then were going to be from the Amiga. That and the Sega Genesis. In fact, if you're looking for... The problem with the Amiga is it has a keyboard and a mouse, so a lot of the games are hit or miss. Plus it has this whole like kickstart plus a workbench system. It's way more complicated. But if you looked at say the Addams Family game and you look at it on Super Nintendo, it would be the same game, but it wouldn't look exactly the same. If you looked at it, under the Amiga, and you looked at it under Genesis, Sega Genesis, it's identical. It's the same code, right? Just ported over to Sega Genesis. So if you want that rich Amiga experience, I find that the Sega Genesis titles are really closer than Nintendo. The only thing you go Nintendo for is things like Super Mario, things you can't get, things that are exclusive to the Nintendo franchise. Yeah, Neo Geo. Right. Yeah, right. Neo Geo, I forgot about them. They were doing the exact games, right. Basically an emulator system. Problem with Apple II is that I think it wasn't that many colors, right? Same with the first Windows. And crap, it didn't have that many colors. The secret behind Amiga too was like, I know we say we have a bunch of colors, but we get those through these other methods, and we have to like really reduce our resolution to get those colors. You'd see it. Or you'd have to go into like this special mode that made everything flicker. God, the flicker was insane. Because it was, to go between the two things was probably running so slow that you couldn't help, you were getting like flicker fixer like screens to go over to try to reduce it. It was just a big pain in the ass. It was like the worst. Yeah, 16 colors, 4 at a time, yeah. Yeah, ham mode, hold and modify. God, I got this friggin' something came in through the window. Mosquito. The cat up? No. Yep. Oh no, they're in the window. She was over there, but she's up there now. Amiga had really advanced graphics in its day and really advanced sound. The sound was like incredible. Nobody was doing the kind of sample playback. The first game I got was the Three Stooges game, and they had the original samples from the show. Hey Mo, and it was like, oh my God, you had nothing like that on any other platform. Right? It was all synthesizer, right? It was all generated tones, right? They'd get some little FM synth or whatever, and they'd generate the tones. But the Amiga was just on another friggin' level. Really was. And then Psygnosis was such that's the brand I remember. They had such rich graphics. If you went online and you went to like YouTube and you looked up like show me like Psygnosis Blood Money, because I think they made it for the Atari, the Amiga, and MS-DOS. Without a doubt, the best looking one. It's not even close as the Amiga. The graphics look so much better than all the other platforms. Commodore computers could be used as proper sense. Yeah. Unfortunately, at the time, Atari ST was smart enough to put a straight-up MIDI port right in their computer. That made the Atari like the computer for MIDI. The secret, though, was that it wasn't a standard MIDI port. It was kind of wonky, but they got it to work by software, right? They figured out how to make it work. But I don't think it was like, it was a little bit of a wonky port when it first came out. But that pretty much sealed it for Atari as being the music computer. But I always said, yes and no, because the Atari ST didn't have the sampling like the Amiga did. And I remember like sampling some tunes back then, making these little, I think they were 16-bit, could have been 8-bit samples, and then playing those back and like really turning them into like music. It was unbelievable how much I could get out of that system, considering how primitive it is by today's standards. Pretty sure I was using keyboard controlled sequencer, KCS. Whatever happened to Commodore? They folded in '94, and most of their assets were sold off. Believe it or not, it's been sold many times. They kept talking about having a comeback or whatever, but it really, I think what finally happened is it Cloanto bought them, and they have the Amiga Forever project, and basically they were selling CDs, and you could boot your computer into like into an Amiga environment. It basically used emulators to run an Amiga interface, a full-on Amiga, including the internet. But, the internet wasn't around when the Amiga was around. It was through like CompuServe and Bix and Prodigy, but it wasn't really a, proper browser or anything like that. So the project, they're trying to keep it going, but why? It was a moment in time, To be honest, I am finding like a lot more nostalgia and in retro gaming with the original ROMs from the stand-up, from the full console games. Things like the original Pac-Man, the original Donkey Kong, the original Galaga, whatever it's called. Those are the ones that I'm really get you. When you see them, you're like, oh, right. And it's so funny because when it starts up, it's all these, like, they're literally going through like a self-test. Then there's like a little screen test. That's for the machines as it powers on. And then finally, boop, starts the game up. Add a couple of coins. Ding, ding, ding. Good to go. I was trying to get my my Android system to work, but I swear the Linux systems are so much easier. For those handheld games, they run so much better. The Android systems on paper can be more powerful, but my God, if they're not just a bitch to get going. Every time you turn around, you're missing the file. Yeah, an Atari 2600. We still have, I want to say, a Super Nintendo around here somewhere. I think in the attic we have an SNES that we bought in the early 90s. And then we replaced it with the Nintendo 64, which I think we still have. I hated the Nintendo 64 because I didn't like the 3D scrolling games like that. I like the 2D, platform scrollers like Mario and Donkey Kong Country and things like that. So I didn't really dig Nintendo 64. And that's where the whole industry went for years. What I call like the Doomification, where everything turned into Doom, right? 3D run-throughs. Same, Nintendo 64 is not my taste. Yeah, it was all vector graphics. The whole feel changed. I just thought, quite frankly, the Super Nintendo looked better. For as powerful as the Nintendo 64 was, it felt like it was a rough, implementation of a new system. Cannot do 3D games, makes me nauseous. I get the same thing. My God, hold on. Goddamn thing, I got like a friggin', I think it's a mosquito. It's something. It's pissing me off. I'm going to unleash hell. I'm going to triple my bug spray. You son of a bitch. Look at you now, you cockroach. Actually, it's a mosquito. I don't think it's a gnat. I think it's too cold for the gnats. I think it's a mosquito. Mosquitoes they'll make their way through the cold. It's not going for my arm now. GoldenEye for the N64 changed first-person shooters forever. Yeah, right. I'm sure that it led to some breakthroughs in games. I just didn't care for it. It was too much of a change for me. Besides, on the Amiga, I like the platform scrollers too. Games like Menace, Magic Pockets, Shadow of the Beast 2, Shadow of the Beast 3. All 2D scrollers. There was something there. EVH pots. I think they use Borns, if I had to guess. They might brand them EVH, but I think Borns is making these pots because that's what I use. I use the Borns low friction pots for the volume knob, which I love. Love Doom once you played that. Never touched the other consoles. Yes, it was a huge... Doom was a game changer, but I couldn't play it. It would make me nauseous. It would give me like like motion sickness. Do they care if I mod the guitar? They probably would, yeah. I probably won't be modding it. Scallop the frets. Just a small mod. Switch out the hardware to black. Stripe it up. Switch out the pickups. New pots, new tuners. It's like, why don't you just buy a different guitar? No. It has to be this guitar. do like these guitars. I like that carved top. I think it just looks really nice. You know, what with the carve and all that. Looking good. Does it come in green? That's a good question. Does it come in green? I don't know. I think it depends on whether you get... Oop, I hit the wrong one. I think it depends on if you get maybe the maple or the ebony. Let's see. They have it in... Hold on. Hold on one sec. Hold on. Interesting. That's weird. Do I have a... Yeah. Yeah. It's a little weird. I can't get it to display correctly. Hold on. Let me close this out. It is available in deep purple metallic, ivory, Miami blue, Pharaoh's gold, which is, I think, kind of a lighter gold, like not a very yellow gold, a little bit more of like a browner gold, I think, or like actually like a whiter gold, right? Stealth black, striped black and white, and striped black and yellow, striped red, black and white. So those are your choices. No green. Unless, let me just double check. They do have a quilt model. Purple burst. Sangria, that's red. Solar, that's a like an orange burst. Chlorine is blue. Indigo burst? No, that's blue. No greens. No greens, dude. We got an ivory, sangria, solar, purple burst, indigo burst. A lot of bursts, but they don't have. Okay, last one. Black, polar white. They have a surf green. It's not really green. It's not. I mean, it's barely green. You know what I'm saying? It's like, it's hard to call that, you know. I mean, it is green, but it isn't green. You know what I'm saying? I think they do have that, but it's the standard, not the special. It's almost saying, I think they have. Someone said that, I think they have like a, I think you're like an army drab. I think you're right. But I want to say it not with the carved top. Yeah, not with the carved top. Yeah. Of course they have green. Just not on the guitar you want. So no carved top. It's a flat top. Here comes old flat top. Grooving up slowly. Monkey finger. Juju eyeball. Holy roller. Right there. An absinthe frost green. Kind of a nice color. And it works really well with that baked maple neck. I'm not going to lie. It's a good looking guitar. Anything else green? No. Unless Ermiger. Of course, they also do. See, when you go standard, green aplenty. But again, you won't get the carved top. You'll get a Floyd Rose special instead of a Floyd Rose 1000. It's not quite the same guitar. No ebony fretboard. It's a maple. Roasted maple, though, which is pretty good. I mean, I have a standard. They're good guitars. It's just not, it's not a special. So so these are $10.99. How much is that quilty? $7.99. $7.99. And then what about the $7.49 for the solid color green? Oh, wait a second. Breaking news. They do have the matte green. $6.99. Because it's a little bit cheaper if you don't have to buff it out. Extra $50, but it's got to go on the buffing wheel. Or gold sparkle. Come on, do it. Do it. Do it. Absinthe frost, battleship gray. Granite crystal. Well, you know what? That could actually be pretty cool. It's kind of like a metallic black. Not bad. Yeah, that's nice. Dark gray. No, it is, and it's metallic. I agree. I agree. That's kind of a good looking one. Link in the description. Always use the link. Never buy anything without clicking through one of my links. Ever. But seriously, though, use the link. It is a good looking guitar. Yeah, the gray is nice, right? Yeah. No. It's, what do they call it? Granite crystal. Because when you look at that, you just say that absolutely looks like granite. Have you ever seen granite? Granite's a lot lighter. At least the granite I've seen. I wanted, yeah. Yeah, no, it's a good one. Here's the link. That's a good one. It's a good looking guitar you got there, kid. Makes you look kind of sophisticated. Granite is indeed a lot lighter. Yeah, right? So, you know, I'm very close to the granite state. And quite frankly, we have a lot of granite around here. Including I have a bunch of granite blocks out front. and the baked maple color works with it. I agree. I agree. The baked maple does work with it. It's nice. 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 That's nice. So my buddy Kieran Robinson, he was touring with Jeff Tate for the longest time with Operation Mindcrime. But Jeff assembled a whole new band, and so my friend was out as the guitar player, and he joined Faster Pussycat. I was like, no way. He's like, yeah. He goes, I just joined. He's been with them maybe a year now. So if they come around, I'll have to go see them. I wasn't even aware Faster Pussycat was still going, but they are. They recently did shows. Now I'm like, oh my God, there he is. And he's up doing the Faster Pussycat tour. So I'll have to see if they have a tour out this way. I will say this, Jeff Tate used to tour a lot. I saw them like 2 or 3 times. Every time I turned around, he was back. I saw him 3 times. I saw him in New Bedford at the the Greasy Luck. Saw him in Boston at the Paradise, and saw him in Worcester at Rascals. No, they're slower Pussycat now. Give them a break. What's crazy is I see the lead singer and I'm like, oh my God, this dude looks old. How old is he? Oh, he's my age. Ah, shit. Son of a bitch. I just think if Hendrix lived, he probably would play an EVH. I had that joke going for the longest time. I would take the craziest guitar, and I would say, I think if I'd play like the Steinberg, and I go, I just think if Randy, I'd play some Aussie riff. I'd say, I just think if Randy lived, he'd probably be playing a Steinberger today. People would be like, shut up, dude. Like, dude, you right over your head, man. Right over your head. I used to say it I'd play like some crazy modern guitar. I'd say, I just think if Hendrix were alive today, he'd probably be playing one of these. People's heads explode. Shut up, man. He would not. Uh-huh. Yeah, I know. That one note is a copyright strike. Exactly, Hendrix playing a BC Rich. That's what I'd do, Terry. I'd have like a BC Rich. I'd say, I don't know. I just think if Jimmy Page were alive today, he'd be just playing one of these. They're like, Jimmy Page isn't dead, you asshole. What? I'm just saying, if Clapton were alive today, he'd probably be playing that Vola. Yeah, Paul Reed Smith would have made him a signature guitar by now. Good call. The signature Hendrix. Absolutely. Absolutely. Oh, you know what? I'll do it next week. I finally updated my THU to the latest one, and I got the new clone, which is not a very strong pedal, but there's a Jeff Beck patch in there. That's pretty awesome. Kind of fuzzy. Probably give you a little preview for next week. So that's my normal sound. And where is it? It's got. Oh, maybe I know. There it is. It's a spring reverb with a tape delay and a clone set into a Marshall at like kind of maxed out. It's weird how it's so muddy and yet so bright. That sounds bright, you know, articulate and defined. Anyway, I kind of, that's of that new patch set. That's like, they do like, could you put, you know, again, it's like a jar of fried assholes. A little better, but that doesn't sound good to me. That sounds good. And then, of course, my normal one. Yeah. There's a reason why I use that one all the time. It sounds good. Exactly. Hendrix's amp of choice, a Randall Demon. I'm just saying, if Hendrix was alive today, he'd probably be playing this Donner. Your normal patch is still one of the best sounding. It kind of is. I keep going back to it. It's simple. It's just a Brit 87. Yeah, happy Mother's Day, all you mothers. Yeah. Good dynamics. Yeah, good to see you, Speaker. We got to get together soon. Like I said, I got something for you. Nothing special. It's nothing good. I said he's probably all excited that I get something nice for. It's not really, but something, a little something. We'll get together soon. You know. All right, dudes. It's 9 o'clock. I should call it a night. Wrap it up. Close that window. It's getting friggin' cold in here. You know. Yeah. No, we'll get together. You got the Sam Axis killer. This is a killer. It's a good guitar. I friggin' like this guitar. Like I said, clearly my camera can't pick up the purple that it is, but I assure you, it looks way more like the headstock than it does the body. Can I get it at like an angle? Yeah, get it like, yeah, there it goes. See, there's the purple. It just can't be straight on to this blue light here. I think this light is so blue. There you go. Maybe the other way? No. Because the light's so friggin' blue. All right, dudes. Thanks so much for hanging out. Super special extra thanks to anyone who contributed. I always appreciate that. And, of course, brofist to my mod squad. Hashtag brofist, hashtag mod squad. And we will do it all again next week. Stay tuned this Monday. I have a good guitar for the Guitar of the Week. And I have at least one, if not two, videos coming out this week. So there you go. And happy Mother's Day to all you mothers out there. If you're a mother or a mother effer, either way, happy Mother's Day, you mother. And there you go. No, you rock. Have a wonderful week. Check out the video on Monday. And I think I'll have one more this week. I think I'm going to have two this week. I'll check both of those out. And there you go. No, you rock. And there you have it. All right, dudes. And my members should keep their eyes peeled. Because, I'll be unboxing that new round of guitars soon, and you guys always get the early peek. Little peekaboo. Peekaboo. There you go. So, keep your eyes peeled for that. All right, dudes. Have a wonderful week. I'll see you all in a week. Until then, rock on. There you go. All right. Monday. Check out that video. There you go. All right.